Hello, and welcome to the Sacred Anatomy Academy. I'm Cheryl Berry, your host for this March episode of the Practical Spirituality series with Desda Zuckerman. Welcome to Taming Your Wild Monkey Mind. This hour-long class is a deep and new journey into understanding the negative looping and self-destructive talk using sacred anatomy perspectives and techniques. Let me share a little bit about your teacher, Desda Zuckerman. Desda has spent her life studying, teaching about the subtle and the sacred. Her book, Your Sacred Anatomy, An Owner's Guide to the Human Energy Structure, was published in 2012 and established her as a creative thought leader in the field of subtle energy. She's the founder of Sacred Anatomy Energy Medicine and has not only mapped the anatomy of the soul, but she has also created a healing modality that addresses the unseen and unknown aspects of the human spirit. After doing over 10,000 subtle energy healings using the sacred anatomy, and also teaching hundreds to successfully embody their spirits, she then founded the Sacred Anatomy Academy, an online classroom with a global reach, and keeps us all busy bringing the message of practical spirituality to you. Today, Desda will talk about taming your wild monkey mind. In this next hour, Desda Zuckerman will share how to tame that wild monkey mind and help you to see yourself a little bit differently. So please welcome the founder of Sacred Anatomy Energy Medicine and the Sacred Anatomy Academy, Desda Zuckerman.
Hello, hello. It's so good to see you all. I'm thrilled to be here with you. And I'm looking around and seeing dear friends and lovely smiling faces. I do love that. And it makes me so, so happy to see you guys here today. So let's open the field together. Take a nice deep breath, everybody. Let's open our shared field of connection. The way that we all connect, the morphic field that brings us all together. There you go. And we ask that our intention be set for taming the monkey mind and clear transmission of new ideas and fresh ways of seeing life. Ways that maybe haven't occurred to you before, and interesting ways to expand and develop and become more of who you authentically are. So, ask yourself, is your negative self-talk defining your life? Is mental disquiet derailing your progress or blocking your path? If so, you may have fallen under the influence of your own wild monkey mind. Do you ever have looping thoughts or the same old misgivings swirling around in your brain? Maybe you replay your personal disasters, injuries, accidents, horror stories, and then you try fixing an event that went sideways by reorganizing it in your mind. Do you do that? Oh man, the human condition, right? But who hasn't done that? These are sort of the hallmarks of a wild monkey mind. and they are on display with enthusiasm in most of us. So let's look at how mental clutter breeds the monkey mind. how does it develop? Like, what is it? Why do we become so afflicted by this monkey mind thing, this constant negative self-chatter and the sort of the debris of what didn't work out and what we could have done differently? So I decided to dedicate this class today to the wild and the untamed in all of us, to explore our very best disruptor, our own minds yammering away truly with a mind of their own. You can say it's not always in alignment with your best interests or hopes and dreams. We've all heard the expression bird-brained or squirrely. They even evoke a lack of wit or skill or just plain silliness, sort of limitations, and making a lesser than, certainly a lesser than. But oh my, nothing is really more distressing than that monkey who jumps from one problem to the next, one negative comment to another, with ease and even grace, all the while confined within your head. It's like it's got its own little cave in there, right? Did you know that this mental chatter is unnecessary for real growth or for spiritual development? Did you know that? It actually has all kinds of functions that it serves. But are any of them truly useful? This is really the question we have to ask, right? Oh my goodness. So after that first blush of review of something that went sideways, what do we do? Do we jump to the next problem? Do we try to keep fixing that one? That's called looping. Or one negative comment to another, you did this wrong, and then you did this wrong, and then you did this wrong, and oh boy, you never get it right, and on, right? So there's like an ease that it has, a gentleness that it has. And that first blush of review just might yield a few self-reflective improvements to your behavior or your planning, using your negative self-talk as a way to get better, right? Is it distraction? I would submit to actually being better. Getting better is not being better. Not the same thing. An unproductive activity, the monkey mind, is fundamentally clutter, you guys. It's clutter. It's dust bunnies in the corner. It's old wadded up newspaper that nobody's going to read, that you just don't manage to get to the garbage recycling. Clutter. I deserve my share. I crave mine. I planned and planned for things to go the way I wanted. Why did they have to be different? My desired result, my object, my life, this should have been. This isn't the way I planned it. It should have gone my way, but my. And oh, here's everybody's favorite. It's not fair or right. Where is the justice? So negative self-talk, mental clutter, intellectual gamesmanship and manipulation, self-manipulation, fear, greed, anger, and guilt owe no such allegiance, nor does this mean they somehow represent really caring about you. This is not you caring about yourself, right? Nothing could be further from that. From that hope of somehow or another The skies will turn blue and the leaves will fall into beautiful colors and the grasses will be green and the cat will stop meowing at the back door and everything will be better. It just doesn't work because you're mentally obsessing on it. Your monkey mind exists as a distracting force that keeps you caught in somewhere in between grasping and clinging to what should have been, could have been, might have been, and hungering, craving, passionately yearning, desiring, hankering, longing for. So the root of all suffering, you guys, is craving and desire. It's one of the Four Noble Truths of Buddhism. So the idea is let go of desire, let go of suffering. Sound good? But let's talk about that monkey mind. Let me introduce you to him or her or them, however you like to think of your monkey. When you think about it, the negative self-talk in your head is the original 800-pound gorilla that's in charge of your well-being and way too many times your sense of self. Think of the times that you have been in situations where you needed to have that like steel spine and stand up for life and yourself and your work in the world, and you just crumble because the monkey inside is yammering and talking about all the ways you can't do it. So you put on a face that's not really authentic. And when we present ourselves with truth, with the authentic nature, people know it. They get it. They totally get it. I one day had, one time, a long time ago, I don't know if you realize this, but I'm almost always pretty happy. A long time ago, somebody said to me, "You're just too happy. It doesn't feel authentic." And I looked at him and I said, "Well, maybe what you think is authentic, it's not really authentic." So I would encourage you to really get the reality that authenticity is joyous, happy, that it's uplifting, that it doesn't have a pity party going on. Neither does it have a self-talking negative loop rolling around in its head. All of us have got that internal critic, the negative self-talk of the ego structure trying to be heard to dominate and control the unfolding story. And that noisy bugger is your monkey mind. That's who that is. The part that blabbers on about, oh my God, everything is so difficult and there's too much to do and I'll never get it done and my house is overwhelming me and I can't do it anyhow. Maybe it's the energy. Then you hire some poor little energy worker to come in and try to clear your house, which you should have cleaned 15 years ago. So it's really important to realize that, oh my God, oy vey, right? Oy vey. It's a little monster. And who asked them anyway what they were supposed to do? Give their opinion? No, I don't think so. Intention setting is everywhere, all right? We use it all the time. We say, I'm setting my intention for success, or I'm setting my intention to make money today. I'm setting my intention to get my head straight. I'm setting my intention to be clear and uplifted and awake and aware. You feel you know what it is to hold an outcome in your mind's eye and to see it happening, producing good results. And of course, you can feel the effects of intention and see those effects operating successfully in your life. But what's really happening in that head of yours? And how does the monkey mind get in the way of your intention? Some people say to me, how am I ever going to get my financial life straightened out? I mean, I used to make money. I don't know why I don't make money now. I've heard this from many people. And the thing that's very consistent is that their internal dialogue is about what they don't have and how hard it is to not have it. And their voice is saying, this is my intention to do the X, Y, and Z. So there's a tension there, right? So when most people set their intention, they sort of have to shut the monkey up for a few minutes. Like they have to corral the monkey somehow. And it's like only while they're figuring out what intention is required. And the minute they know what their intention is going to be, the monkey gets active again and starts saying, you can't really do that. You won't really succeed at that. And as hard as that is to do, you can manage it for a minute or so before the screaming and haranguing starts once more. It's simply intolerable, isn't it? It's almost like holding your breath. You can only do it for just so long. And then your skepticism spewing monkey mind starts back up again, except now she's really more of a gorilla. You'll never in a million years make that happen, she says. You can't do anything right. Oh, you've heard it all. Now she's off to the races without you. And the horse she's running on is really fast. The good news is that there is a more effective way to do this. The bad news is the monkey mind will always be right. She will always be right. And if she says, yeah, you can't do that. You can't make any money today. You're gonna say, no, my intention is to make money. And you're gonna have a little battle with monkey mind, and you're gonna kind of push her into submission. And then you're gonna like try to focus your mind on work. Meanwhile, monkey mind is quietly in the background, whispering, no, you can't do it. So I heard somewhere a long time ago that the mind cannot effectively do more than one thing at a time. And do them both well, really well, at a mastery level. So just look at the work product of a multitasker, and you'll see that's true. You cannot shut the monkey up, because keeping him there is keeping him quiet, and you're busy doing that. And at the same moment, you cannot hold a clear and focused and mindful intention. So you cannot accomplish your life if you have this chattering monkey. And to do that, you actually, there's a solution. You have to put the monkey to work. That's what it is. You have to say, all right, monkey, I'm giving you a job. So this is how you tame your monkey. I'm going to get right into monkey taming right off the bat. You simply cannot think your way into spirit or into relationship with the authentic nature of life that is there for us. You cannot get there thinking it. You can't think your way in. Believe it or not, this is why people fail at focused intention, because they're thinking their way in. Because the door to truly expanded consciousness does not pass through the cluttered and chaotic noise of the mind. Many spiritual solutions will fail for people who try very hard to intellectually arrive at a solution of their own spiritual deficit. So access to the metaphysical power of the human soul isn't a mental exercise. I know you've probably heard people say, we have to tame the mind or quiet the mind or all this stuff with the mind. My theory is you got to get out of your mind. You actually got to get completely out of your mind. And I don't mean crazy, I mean become sane. Because staying in the mind, whew, you need an awakening and expanding practice to do that, right? Something that's going to take you out of your mind. So assigning the monkey mind, the little jammering, hammering monkey, the job of mindfully holding your awareness allows a practical elevation of spirit. Yeah, it's simple. Who knew, right? I did. So you're free of the work and allowed to simply be. So the minute you give the monkey mind the job of mindfully holding your awareness, you can put your attention on fascinating things that you're curious about, on the artistic work in front of you, on relationship building, and you don't have to mindfully be moving. You literally put the job to the monkey. You give the monkey the opportunity. So when your whole being is no longer hampered by the chattering monkey running amok, you're free to breathe, to be, and to receive guidance from your soul's voice and to arrive calmly at your destination. So let's look at how to do that. How could this chaotic part of you, the part that literally tortures you, be transformed into a mindful helper? How could that happen? Well, first of all, you can start thinking of it as a bit of a clown. The monkey's a bit of a clown. Have you ever seen monkeys play? They're funny, and they are clown-like. So it's something that spiritual practitioners work on, transforming the chaos into peace. And it's powerful. And your monkey qualifies as your spiritual chatterbox. So asking her to be mindful means asking her to take all that mental jazz and jive and direct it to global awareness. So can you imagine how much energy it takes to yammer like that? To go on and babble endlessly? Connecting dots all the time like you're doing some kind of insane crossword puzzle? This is an enormous waste of energy. And to be a productive person in the world, you got to have your juice. You got to have energy. So to move the monkey mind out, away, and allow yourself to be free of it allows you to access global awareness, allows you to be in touch with the bigger self. Marrying mindful awareness with intention means requesting the monkey mind to be really specific in fulfilling their assignment. So getting really clear on the instruction you give your monkey mind. This is your watchful monkey, your vigilant lookout, who's making absolutely sure you're holding your conscious awareness all the time. You're focused, you're aware, you're clear on what you're doing. You're allowing yourself to be inspired by creation. You're in a co-creative action with divine source. And they're holding the burden. The monkey's holding the burden, and they're holding the effort, so that you're free to simply be. Mindful of everything that could possibly tempt you, because the monkey is you, it's part of you. It's perfect to be in charge of this job, to be totally absorbed with keeping the clear intention in place. It's so excited to have a job. Why do you think it's been chattering endlessly? It's been trying to find something to do. And so it makes up all kinds of jobs. Well, I better remind her about this. Oh, man. So it's a win-win because nothing makes the monkey happier than this solid and gratifying task, and nothing eases your life quite like being consciously aware. It's the thing that makes life easy when you're conscious of what's around you. Not in control necessarily, but conscious. So the best plan is to engage your mind with something really constructive. You have to give that enthusiastic monkey something to do, and either that or else your talented and pushy mind, because it's your talented and pushy mind over there, will undermine what you are trying to accomplish just to entertain itself. Think Busby Berkeley. Let's add 10 more chorus girls. I mean, that's your chattering mind. The mind must always be kept busy, engaged in a valuable exercise, worthwhile direction that benefits the whole, and mindful intention. It's a really important task for it to handle. One time, I met a guy who was kind of a savant. He played amazing piano, never taken a lesson in his life. And he got there after he'd been he was struck by lightning. And then all of a sudden could play this amazing piano. And I said, what are you thinking about when you're playing piano? And he said, I'm doing multiplication tables in my head. And I thought, and he was like, I've met 2 or 3 people hit by lightning who now can play the piano. So I guess that's the ticket. If you really want to play the piano, stand outside in a storm. But, well, no, don't do that. I thought that was a pretty interesting thing. He's doing multiplication. So he's keeping his monkey mind busy. And he's playing the piano. So the busy, engaging mind must be out of the way for the individuation, that's you, to succeed at truly expanding consciousness and being able to function effectively while experiencing a different state of being. Mindfully holding the intention to remain conscious and aware throughout the hour, day, or week, that'll keep your monkey busy and effectively out of the way. So all that negative self-talk will stop as soon as you assign them a specific task. Funny thing is, though, that the mind loves to be busy, and in fact, it needs to be busy to be fulfilled. If it's not busy, it will feel so frustrated, and the frustration will look like anxiety, you guys. Think of it. Think of all the time you spend every single day being anxious about stuff, or listening to the looping, or hearing the chatter. All that time and energy. What if you could apply that to your real true goal, to the thing you really want to accomplish? So it's kind of a requirement of the human operating system that the mind is constantly engaged. And this is true even when we're sleeping. Guess what it's doing? It's dreaming. Keeping your habitual mental busyness out of the way of the real work you want to do will help with exerting control over yourself. And it will also help you fulfill your soul's commitment and purpose for even being in a physical body. But your monkey just loves an assignment. So your mindful monkey's performing an important and valuable task. And he gets better every time you ask him to do this job. And he's able to soar into a more and more sophisticated relationship with you, placing his intention in the solid bedrock of the focused, mindful monkey in ongoing frustration and nervous agitation. So don't forget that your monkey loves a reward, because at the end of the exercise we're going to reward the monkey because the monkey deserves it. You got to give her a banana or something. You know, she likes bananas, but my monkey at this point really likes a garland of flowers. That's what my monkey likes. Think of it as an honorarium. It's the way you can engage with your subtle awareness playfully and sincerely. And my monkey resembles Hanuman, the Hindu monkey god now. When he started out, it was definitely a spider monkey, like totally just goofing off all the time, dumping stuff, making a mess. And I had to really discipline him. And they can begin goofy and funny, and I think it happens to kind of lighten us up and to make things even more real for your like really analytical mind. You've got this linear thing going on that like stuff needs to make sense. And so here's this imagined monkey that is your chatterbox mind, and you need it to make sense. So if you act as if the monkey is real, guess who doesn't know the difference? Your subconscious. So your subconscious is like, oh, we now have a monkey. Okay. And starts to play along. And before you know it, you're organizing your life in a different way. And my monkey now is really wonderful, and even when he's sleeping. Okay. Here we go. This is called mindful monkey meditation. So first you guys need a piece of paper, because you're going to write down some stuff on it. You ready? I'm scrolling through to see if people are ready to go. All right. So what I want you to do is make a list of your favorite, we're writing down the hit parade. So your top looping thoughts, your negative chatter, and your mental clutter. You're going to write that all down. And just blurt it out. And if you forget something, it's not a big deal. Just write it down. Take a minute or so here. Okay. You almost done? Just about. All right. Great. Now, we're going to get to work. So I want you to shake out your hands. Shake them out. Because they're going to work. Rub them together. Warm them up if they're cold. And stick out your light fingers. Those are the fingers that come off of your fingers, the light fingers. Now, if you need to use your imagination and you don't, quote, feel, unquote, anything, it doesn't matter. It's the same. It's all good. So stick out those light fingers, stick them into your head, and invite your chattering monkey mind to come out of your head. Pull it out of your head. Say, come on, monkey, come on out. Chatterbox, come on out. And you're just going to pull your monkey mind out and respectfully tell it to stay over here on a perch. You can make it a tree. You can make it a jungle gym. I don't care. There you go. On a perch. And notice immediately that it's quieter in there. Just notice that. All right. So once they're there, you're going to tell them the following things. And I will tell them, and I'll give you a minute to repeat it, or a second to repeat it. Monkey, I need you to keep the chatter under control. And monkey, I'm going to give you a whole bunch to do. But more than that, I need you to help me become freer and clearer. Now, monkey, right next to your perch, there's a great big garbage can. I want you to pick it up and take it with you, hold it right next to you, because I'm going to fill it. Okay. Are you ready? The first thing we're going to do is we're going to pull all the looping thoughts out of your head. So stick your light fingers in, take a deep breath, and pull the looping thoughts out of your head, out of your mind, and put them in the garbage can the monkey's carrying or holding. Put them in. You may need to do that a couple of times. I'm going to give you a chance to do that. Looping thoughts are very popular. All right, now extend your light fingers again, and I want you to grab self-destructive and self-critical thoughts, all of them. Grab all the self-destructive and self-critical thoughts, pull them out, breathe. There we go. And put them in the garbage can. There you go. Here's the list we're doing, you guys. Don't go fast. Stay with me. Now pull all of the thoughts that are self-pitying, ones about feeling sorry for yourself or being lonely or alone. So extend those light fingers and grab all the self-pity, all that self-pitying thoughts. And oh, you weren't treated fairly. Pull that out and put it in the garbage. The monkey's holding that garbage well. Now thoughts about being abandoned or left to do things on your own. Take a deep breath. Scrape those thoughts out. And this is any way that applies. Any way that applies. Maybe not being included could give you that feeling of being abandoned. We'll pull that out, take a deep breath, and put it in the garbage can. Okay, now your angry and bitter thoughts. And these are sort of my favorite, angry and bitter thoughts, because angry and bitter, I think of, bitter tasting fruit or something, and just know that the anger resides deep underneath a lot of things. So you're pulling deep out of your mind. You're pulling it deeply out and putting it in the garbage. How about contracted thoughts that make you small and insignificant? So let's go ahead and break those out. Pull those out. All those contracted thoughts, the ones that make you feel like you don't matter, you're nothing. Pull it out and put that in the garbage. Now let's stop for a second and just check. How you feeling? Feel a little stirred up in there? You might. But stick with this because it's gonna get peaceful, okay? Now, all projects that you have not finished to your satisfaction. So pull all those projects, those unfinished projects that are just on the shelf that you want to do, but you just can't get them done for whatever reason. Let's just pull them out, pull all of them out, put them in the garbage. And now plans you made that failed or didn't go as you wanted them to. Plans you made that failed. So that could be a lot of things, a lot of different areas of your life. Pull them out and put them in the garbage can. I was planning on being a rock star. That didn't pan out. So I'm going to pull those things out, put them out, and put them in the garbage. Now, times you should have asked for help, but you did not. And then you regretted it. Oh, I should have asked for help. Times you should have asked for help, but you didn't. There you go. Take a deep breath. Put it in the garbage. Now, what about those times that you asked for help, but nobody helped you? You were crying for help, but nobody came. And then your monkey is busy reminding you of that. All right, let's take that out. Times you asked for help, but didn't get it. Pull that out and put that in the garbage. Oh, you can feel it calming, right? Okay, we're going to go to the next one. Frustrating situations and interpersonal struggles that you obsess over. So this would be friendships that have gone awry, people that everyone says, oh, you should just get rid of them. They're in your way, but you feel bad about it, right? So frustrating interpersonal struggles that you obsess over. Take a deep breath and throw that in the garbage. And this is sort of a general shoulda, coulda, woulda. So if there's anything that's in that category, shoulda, coulda, woulda, would have been so good. I should have done this. I could have done that. It would have been great. There you go. Okay, the next one is money, money, money. What? Can you do that one? Pull that money, money, money out. Take a deep breath. There you go. And then finally, love and relationships. So all the times that love has gone wrong and relationships didn't pan out the way you wanted them to, just pull that out. Love and relationships. And even when people have been too needy or it's been a pain in the neck, just pull all of that out. Because the monkey is going to obsess on those things that didn't go right. Take it over and put it in the garbage. We still got guilt. Here we go. Guilt. Guilt, 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 guilt. Oy, guilt. Take a deep breath. Woof. Now, right next to guilt is always shame. So here we go. Removing shame. And this is something the monkey thrives on, guilt and shame. So we're going to remove shame. Take a deep breath. Put it in the garbage. That can is getting full, isn't it? So this one is the burdens you wish you could lay down, but cannot even imagine your life without them. So giving these to the monkey doesn't mean you aren't still working on them. You're just not struggling with them now. So the burdens you wish you could lay down, like somebody you really love that's sick and that you want to help, but you just can't. You don't know what to do. Just lay that burden down. Give that burden to the monkey and put it in the garbage can. It doesn't mean you aren't going to help them. It just means you're not going to be struggling, and the monkey mind isn't going to be yammering at you. Finally, desire unfulfilled and dreams unrealized. Breathe in. And over here into the great big garbage can. Now you're going to ask the monkey to empty the garbage can into the cosmic fire dumpster. And the minute it hits the cosmic fire dumpster, it's like it goes into a volcano. This is an awesome place for it to go. So now just say, monkey, it's time to empty the garbage can into the cosmic fire dumpster. And please do it now and do it completely. There goes your monkey, busy little guy. Oh, yeah. Ah, hey, there you go. Now I want you to notice how empty you feel and how quiet. So now let's allow intention to arise. And, or if you have a project you want to work on, you can keep that in front of your mind. But let's see what arises out of the empty quiet. Let's see what arises. Because you may want to accomplish something completely different from this place of quiet peacefulness. Just allow it to come up. And then pick up your pen and write it down on your paper. Write down what your intention is. Woo! That felt good. Now it's time to reward the monkey. So I'm going to give a monkey a great big banana. Monkey, you've done a fantastic job. Here's your giant banana. Enjoy. And this gives you a chance to turn your attention to that which you really want to accomplish in life. Maybe it's a creative project. Maybe you want to write a book. Maybe you want to write a song. Maybe you want to paint a painting. Maybe you want to call an old friend. All of these things may be what you intend to do. So simply set out to do them and don't listen to the yammering. If it starts up again, you know what to do. You know just what to do. So let's take a really nice big deep breath and thank all of the unseen guides and helpers who've been standing around helping us out here, angels, ancestors, guardians. And I'll bring in some harmonizing energies, calling on harmonizing frequencies that you need to relax and instill these wonderful ideas into your consciousness, bringing in integration to help you completely integrate this experience into your life. So allow yourself to just accept the idea of integration. And now blending, because you cannot integrate if you don't blend. You must blend what was there, what remains there, and what could become. It needs to all be integrated. So that's blending. And then I'm going to ask you to take a nice deep breath and accept for yourself just the possibility that maybe, just maybe in this moment, you have quiet, peace, stillness. Another deep breath, letting yourself feel tall, strong, really beautifully peaceful. And then another big breath into your heart. Let your heart just open to the possibility that maybe you're loved. Maybe you're loved in your life. There you go. I call upon the grandmothers and grandfathers of the North and South, the power animals, the elementals, the nature spirits, the guiding forces of our lives. And I ask them to please anchor and stable us in this moment. I call upon the grandmothers and grandfathers of the East and West, the rising sun, the setting sun, and all the great and powerful cosmic energies that influence in every moment. I call upon them, but I also call on the playful fairies and elves, the nature spirits who surround us. I call on all these things that are so holy to anchor and stabilize us in this moment. And we are grateful and give thanks for the opportunity to shift and change, to expand and develop. So what I'm going to do is just open the floor here for any shares that anybody wants to contribute. And Cheryl, I'm having a great deal of difficulty seeing the class, so I would ask you to help me make sure I don't miss anybody who wants to contribute. Somebody has a share they'd like to bring forth. I'd love to hear it. I see Sharon, yes.
Yes. Hi.
Hi.
So I've been working on my business and doing wellness and body work and all of those things, and um, working on a whole thing for veterans to work with them. And I've done a prototype, and all those monkey voices, like to actually really step out, believe that I can be paid for this. That has just been huge. So it was really lovely to like just clear it and send it
Uh-huh.
and just be like, no, I can help myself to heal. I can help others to heal and move forward with clarity, believing that, yes, I can do this. This is part of my purpose. And as soon as I jotted that down, I could feel that but, and it was just like so nice to just take those fingers and go, no, 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 you took all of that. You're very busy. You have a job. The land's supposed to be completely empty.
Yeah.
So it was nice to be able to redirect that. I think
Yeah.
that'll take more, more repeat to kind of get these things trained, but at least I have something to do with them now.
Yeah, monkey training is a thing, you know. You need to train the monkey, discipline it, tell it no, you've got to do it differently. I need you to do it this way. And here's a big reward for you. You're really a good monkey. You have to remember that this is a part of your subconscious. It's like a sub primitive consciousness. And it loves to be so busy. It loves to be busy. And so you're the one in charge. I love it. Great. Thank you so much for sharing, and good luck on your amazing project.
Oh, thank you. Thanks.
You're welcome. Layla's got her hand up.
Yes, thank you so much.
You're welcome. Hi, Layla.
Hi. I was able to stop looping out of shame and blame.
Mm.
And it really surprised me
Wow.
because I was like, oh, okay, we're just playing this little game. Okay,
Right.
I'm going to play along.
Yeah. Well, that's good. I mean, you take the risk by stepping out and playing the game. Just play the game. And your imagination, we're told all our lives our imagination isn't real, but it's so real. It's.
I just went into a deeper level of peace, peace
Amazing.
and stillness. So
Oh.
thank you.
Oh my gosh, you're so welcome. And it looks like there's somebody else who has their hand up. I can't see who.
Yeah, Barbara, thank you for sharing your thoughts. Take yourself off of mute.
Hi, thank you so much. This was wonderful. And I just wanted to share that this is the first time I have done this exercise or this type of exercise where I included my unfinished projects, or I was looking for like what was the wording on that? But
Yeah.
it's funny because you're reading down the list and I'm like, oh, I don't know because I've got and then I just said, okay, we're going with it, we're going with it, we're going with it. Man, do I feel good. I mean, I'm like, woo, that was awesome. Talk about freedom. And okay, maybe I'll get back to those projects. Maybe I won't, but I just wanted to share like that. That was one I really had to go, I don't know. And then, oh, so good. Thank you.
Oh, I'm so glad to hear that. Sometimes the thing that you think, well, I shouldn't really lay that down, I have to keep carrying that weight. When you realize that you actually don't need to carry anything, that you can lay it all at the feet of the monkey or in the monkey's garbage can, and you can just surrender it to the cosmic fire that's gonna just take it. And you don't have to be the one carrying it. You don't have to schlep it. You don't have to carry the bird, because that's just pure suffering right there. Because you have to ask yourself, like, why am I carrying it? I'm carrying it because I feel responsible for it. I'm carrying it because somebody told me I should carry it. I'm carrying it because I probably nobody else will do it, so I'd better do it. I'm carrying it because I feel guilty about something. I'm carrying it because I'm really pretty angry about something that's not being fulfilled. I'm carrying it because of inequity and things that are wrong in the world. I'm carrying it for so many reasons. And if you just say, I'm done carrying it, you get off of all the excuses, all the distractions, all the disruptions, and lo and behold, you can have an amazing life. Okay, Jean Marie said something.
It's really fun, even as a senior practitioner, to go back to these things we learned so early on. And that this was a different way than we use the monkey mind as a practitioner. And it was really fun just to kind of pull out those things and feel so much lighter. And as a practitioner, I just feel that this is a great way to share the monkey mind with clients
It
to really
is.
their load.
Yeah, it's a big way to do that.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thanks, Jean Marie. That's wonderful. We have a couple of practitioners here today, which is always fantastic. Energy medicine practitioners. All right. Well, I think we're actually out of time. So I'm going to zip into my ending here and just thank everybody for joining me today for the March installment of Practical Spirituality, Taming the Wild Monkey Mind. I want to thank my amazing team, without whom I wouldn't be able to probably walk across the street. So I have the wonderful Bobby, who does all the tech and edits and films, the amazing Guige, who's our web consultant, Kimmy, who does beautiful graphics for us, did that great monkey mind piece, and Cheryl, who is my assistant and just a sweetheart. And I want to just say, until next time, keep pulling that monkey mind business out and give it to the monkey. We'll see you later, everybody.
Thank you for coming and joining and your fabulous feedback. Grace and peace to all of you now that your garbage can is empty. We've got more practical spirituality coming up in April and May, more tools to relax and calm and transform your life. So let's take a look at what's coming up in April. We're going to be doing on April 8th, the mystical mind-body connection. Scientists are baffled by the mind-body problem, but come and hear Desda's take, and as she addresses this topic through the lens of the sacred anatomy. And mark your calendars for May 13th for Merging Mania. And that's, well, merging. It's what we all do unconsciously, right? Until we know better. It explains why you feel bad after a client session, or burned out after being in front of the computer, or after engaging in a difficult conversation. Understand the subtle dynamics of this phenomenon in your life and on your health. And for more information about these Sacred Anatomy Academy classes, go to our website, yoursacredanatomy.com. Thank you for coming, and we hope to see you next month.